My News 26 and CCTV. It's high school hockey, coming to you from the Wex in Cadillac.
All right, welcome back to the Wex here for second period action. Jeff Castillo along with Bill Dooley bringing you the action on this cold, snowy autumn night. And Jeff, one more week and winter will be here, right?
Winter will finally get here next week.
Yeah,
huh?
can't
I was
wait.
wondering when that was going to happen.
Yeah, so Gaylord, they didn't have the snow, so that's why the bus was able to make it down, and it was basically Wexford, in Missaukee County. So, but anyway, Jeff, if you could go over the scoring for the first period, that'd be great.
Okay, we only had one goal during the period, and that came from Hayden Watkins, number 5 from the Vikings. It was assisted by both Ian Munch and Austin Pendrick. So they were able to get one on the board, and the shots were actually 7 for Cadillac and 10 for Gaylord, but Connor Swaffer came up big on all 10 of those shots, keeping the puck out of the net. So we got a nice close 1-0 game here coming into the second period. Pretty even game so far. I think there was even amount of time probably in both periods or both ends of the ice. Gaylord got a few more shots than Cadillac, and Cadillac was able to capitalize on one of theirs.
Absolutely. We want to give a big shout out here to a Cadillac former player and a big fan, Eric Sharp. And back in the day, Eric did some games on CCTV and also some radio. So big hello to Eric Sharp. And teams are back on the ice, getting ready to go. The Vikings will defend the south end with Zach Izzard, Derek Tonello, Ian Lilly, along with Carpenter and Schmidtdeal. I was calling him Dale at first, but it's Deal. So Carpenter, right off the bat, will dump it in. It's caught right there and played by Kleinsorge. Puck goes in behind the net. Sam Garneau with the puck and reverse it. Now up to Kleinsorge, number 25, the sophomore. He's got Wiley Nunn with him. He puts it back to the slot, and that's taken away there by Ian Lilly. Trying to tip it in the zone is Tonello right in front of his own bench. Zach Izzard. Oh, and that one in the bench. Who'd that hit? Looked like it was Austin Pendrick. Took a puck off the shoulder. And,
he just shrugs that right off.
Oh, yeah,
Tough
he did.
Kid.
He was laughing.
Says that's nothing. Well, I'll tell you, the Tonello, Izzard, and Lilly line has really done a good job tonight as far as forechecking and getting some shots, getting some opportunities.
And, Jeff, they're taking it all the way down into the Viking zone since it was shot out by the Vikings. That's kind of...
Yeah, I thought it would go back to the nearest face-off dot.
Yeah.
But what do I know?
All the way back. So face-off deep in the Viking zone, just underway here in the second period. Linesman Ryan Pendrick.
There was actually a penalty, Bill. That's why it went all the way back.
Okay.
And I didn't notice that somebody got called in.
There's a shot wide of the net, and it's going to go all the way up the center.
Okay, so Zach Izzard ended up getting a 2-minute penalty for indirect head contact. So that's why the face-off went all the way back into the Viking zone. So we're going to see little special teams here from Gaylord on the power play, first time tonight.
All right, Bailey Weaver, number 10, with some speed into the corner. Austin Pendrick there, back to the point. Garneau keeps it in. Here's a pass over to John Allen, deflected there by Justin Smith into the corner. Salyers with it, behind the net. Over to Sam Koviak, to Allen. Garneau, back to Weaver. Weaver to Garneau. That one just deflected up to center with some speed going after it is Hayden Watkins. And coming back the other way are the Blue Devils. Pass in the middle to Austin Sam Koviak, John Allen, number 41. He gives it away to Hayden Watkins, and the Vikings clear the zone. Drilled in behind the net, referee Hamilton.
Funny bounce. It bounced right out in front of the net.
Yeah.
And Cadillac caught a break there. They did not have a Gaylord player there. That could have been trouble. Sometimes you get some funny bounces off these boards and off these off the glass here at the Wex.
Big hit there by Allen on Austin Pendrick, who was playing in deep as the defenseman. And coming back with it, spinning. That's Sean Jardine. John Allen, number 41, turns with it.
Got about 10 seconds left on this power play for Gaylord.
Bailey Weaver in behind the net. Weaver, Vikings playing that box really well. There's a centering pass, and it goes through the legs, and the Vikings are back to full strength as Zach Izzard comes back onto the ice. Blue Devils try and hit the slap man. That was Sam Koviak, and finally the Vikings will come out with it with some speed. Derek Tonello is being hounded there by Sam Koviak, and he takes the puck away. Good back check, Jeff. Sometimes I wish you would do that a little more often than the men's league, but
yeah,
I'm not gonna,
I know it.
Defense really appreciate back checking. All right, David Carpenter with a pass out to Lilly. Lilly did not clear the zone. Justin Smith over to Carpenter. Carpenter, nice pass up to Lilly. It's kicked into the zone, and chasing after it is Ian Lilly. There's Sam Gorno. Gives it over to Andrew Quall. Vikings make a change. Number 88, Andrew Quall with a pass up to Wiley Nunn off his stick, and Gavin Foster for the Vikings will chase it into the corner. 13-19 to go here in the second period. The Vikings lead 1-0.
A nice penalty kill by the Vikings.
Yeah, not too many dangerous shots, was there?
No. And, you know, they had some more block shots, which they've done a really good job of blocking shots. It's something I talked to the coaches from Cadillac, and they have worked on that in practice, and it is noticeable.
Hayden Watkins over the line. There's a pass and just tipped, but gained control was Alan Shear. He almost finished. Back to the point, Carpenter with the bouncing puck. Nice check there by Alan Shear. He goes down. Bradfield gets it back to Keene. In the corner to Blake Stevens, number 5. Back to the point, Gavin Foster. Gives it off to Ian Munch. Munch with a shot, leg save, rebound, score! The Vikings!
All right, that was Hayden Watkins again.
Hayden Watkins.
Right there for a nice rebound. That's his second goal of the game.
And Jeff, we're going to feature him as the player profile here in the second period, believe it or not.
That seems to be happening on a regular basis, Bill.
So the Vikings score at the 12:26 mark here, the second period, to go up 2-0. And it was a rebound play as Pettis had made the first save. And we talked about Pettis as how tough of a goaltender he is. You're either going to have to get some, traffic in front of him or a rebound. First goal was traffic, and it went up high. Second goal, rebound. So the Vikings are doing what they need to do. Now the play comes up the boards. Gaylord in the slot. Big wind up by John Allen, and what a block there.
Shot.
Was that Eller?
Yeah, it is Eller, and he's feeling that one.
Oh, my word, was that a huge block shot.
Just going to sting for a little bit. Should be cold enough here where he can't even feel it in a little while.
He's grimacing over there, so he's still feeling it, but, boy, that was a dandy of a block shot.
Yeah, it was, because he got all of it, too. That was a real hard shot.
Vikings behind the net. Eller plays it up, takes a check. And now coming in with his Gorno. Gorno never got through. There's another block.
Yeah, it has been real noticeable this year with Cadillac and their block shots. You remember the Alpena game, how many block shots they had on power plays and even just, 5-on-5. They were doing a real good job of blocking shots. Hey, I want to take a minute here and we'll get the sponsors in. We've got Napa Auto Parts, Pizza Plus, and Cadillac Tire. And once again, a big thank you to our sponsors for helping to bring you this sports presentation tonight. If you'd like to be a sponsor for Winter High School sports, please contact our sales team at 231-577-1844 or email sales@mynews26.com.
A shot saved by Connor Swaffer, and then the second shot never got through. Goes back to the point, Andrew Quall. There's a shot by Gabe Kleinsorge. It bounces and cleared by Phillips. Dangerous play there. Gaylord looking to get on the board. They've got some good pressure. There's another save. Kleinsorge corrals the rebound, trying to spin away. The Vikings are double teaming him in the corner. That's Schmidtdale along with Tonello. And now here comes Brendan Phillips. Phillips with the pass that does not connect, and it'll go down the ice. Nope, no icing?
Well, I'm surprised they called that off.
Okay. So the Vikings now will play back to the point to Schmidtdeal. He fans on the shot, gets it over to Phillips. Phillips winds up. Oh, and that deflected wide by a defenseman on Gaylord. Dangerous shot.
Yeah, it looked like he had the top corner picked and was going there, too.
Derek Tonello around the net. Backhands it out in front. Goes back behind the net. Nice move there by Sam Kovac to get away from his man. Lilly, good check there. Back to the point. Out in front, things bouncing, and Lilly takes a shot. Good save by Pettis. Now tipped out to center, and Kleinsorge looks like he's a little bit tired, maybe on the end of his shift, and almost picking that one off. Hayden Watkins to Andrew Quall of Gaylord. Quall takes a shot there from Lilly. Weber turns, fires wide of the net. Jardine cannot keep it in, and coming right back with it is Alan Shear. He uses his man as a pick, and then he loses the puck. Weber for the Blue Devils. Long pass tipped by the Vikings, and it's good. It was almost offside, Jeff.
That was close.
Now Ian Munch. Munch has the puck, gets it up the boards, just off the stick of Shear. John Allen, good cross-ice pass to Salyers. Salyers into Weber. Weber into the corner there with Phillips. And the Vikings, nice job there by Austin Pendrick. And coming out with it is Ian Munch. Ian Munch, high wrister wide of the net. There's a little collision behind there with Allen and Izzard. Puck played up to Salyers, number 93. He'll clear the zone to Pendrick for the Vikings. Pendrick's going to try it again, this time a backhander deep in the zone, and then he fends off a would-be checker. That's Jardine. Salyers
surprised Jardine a little bit on that one.
Right, he was trying to deliver a check and got one instead. There's another one. Allen tried to send a message.
Yeah, well, Austin's not real tall, but he is pretty solid on his skates. I think he surprises a lot of guys.
There's another one. He got his head up just in time, and he's had quite a shift here, hasn't he?
I love it.
There's another near miss on a check, and finally the puck comes up to center. Jardine, number 4, loses it momentarily. Here comes Fosmore, number 18. There's a shot, and brought in and whistled down, and there will be a face-off in the Cadillac zone. We want to get our crew in here, Jeff. We have Connor Nelson is doing the camera on the north end right now by the Gaylord goalie. We have Jacob Fulis, who is up in the middle of the stands. He's got the main camera. And then we have Bailey Hoover is down on the south side, and she is got right along the glass there.
Yeah, she's getting an earful from the pep man tonight.
Yeah. Down with some speed is Gabe Kleinsorge. Momentarily lost it. He spins with it. Carpenter doing a good job to take his man off the puck. And then he out-battles him and comes around with a good move there by Carpenter. And he passes it just off the stick of Fosmore. We got a penalty, don't we? High stick?
Yeah, he did get a stick. I was going to say something, and they did end up calling it. He got a stick up into Carpenter's face. I don't know if he ended up getting him in the chin or not. That's why they got the face mask on, but nonetheless, I think they got it up into him. So
that was
that's going to give the Vikings their first power play of the evening.
That was Gabe Kleinsorge, number 25, with the high stick. And, Jeff, anytime you get that stick up above the shoulders, referees, you don't have to make big contact, but anytime you're carelessly carrying it. Back to the point now to Austin Pendrick. Good move there. Walks right in with a shot and covered up by Pettis.
Well, and as should be, because the players have to be responsible with their sticks. They've been doing that with youth hockey up to high school, all the way up to the pros, calling those high sticking penalties.
Puck is into the corner. Alan Shear battling there with Quall. There's a mouth guard on the ice. Back to Pendrick. Pendrick flips it over to Watkins. Watkins steps in. That shot just deflected wide. Justin Smith will pinch in, and it'll come out to the middle to Austin Pendrick. Setting up the power play now for the Vikings. To Shear. Shear back to Justin Smith. Smith holding. Taking a look, gets it through, and Pettis makes a nice save, and then clearing the puck down the ice is Salyers, number 93.
Boy, and I thought they were going to try and feed it over to Alan Shear. He's got the big shot out there.
Now the Vikings make a change. Ian Lilly out there, number 13, and coming right down the middle is Justin Smith. He's got some speed, backhand pass, and just off the tape, and the net goes off the mooring, so it'll be a face-off.
Nice play by Justin Smith. Kind of split the defenders there, caught him off guard, and got a pass just out of Ian Lilly's reach. Okay, so we got just over a minute left in their power play.
2-0, the Vikings with the lead here in the second period. Face off deep in Blue Devil territory. Vikings win the draw. Pendrick over to Carpenter. David Carpenter. He'll come back into the middle of the ice. Trying to set up a screen in front. Here's Tonello. Tonello, short side, did not get any of that one. And then up the boards, good job by Pendrick to keep it in. Those soccer skills help.
Yep. Boy, they got big Zach Izzard out in front of the net there. He's not the easiest person to move.
Pettis will hold on to it.
Set up a little screen there.
Yeah. We want to give a shout out to another former Viking player, Garrett Garber. Garrett is playing in the men's league, and he's quite the player too. He's got one of the best shots I've ever seen.
He can really let it rip, I'll tell you. I try to make sure I'm not in the way of that.
So a big hello to Garrett Garber. Now the play comes out to center ice, chasing back after it with 25 seconds to go in the power play. Austin Pendrick, he's going to ring it around the boards. Tonello tracks it down. Ian Lilly will go into the corner. Big Zach Izzard out in front of the net trying to cause a little havoc there. Pendrick over to Carpenter. Carpenter lets a shot go that deflects up into the netting.
Okay, yeah, they just didn't happen to have any traffic right in front of where that shot came from. Like the other forwards were on the other side. So we have a stop by Caleb Pettis.
We have another shout out here to Renee Elias, and she is the trainer for the Blue Devils. She cannot be here tonight, so a big shout out to Renee Elias for Gaylord.
All right, so they're missing their stat man and their trainer tonight.
Right. Face off goes back into the corner, and the penalty is over to Kleinsorge. They're back at full strength. Almost tipped away there. Nice job to keep it in, and the Vikings finally will have it cleared out to center ice. Jack Schmidt-Deal. Pass that was blocked, and here comes Bailey Weaver, number 10. Weaver looking to make a move, and good body contact there by Schmidt-Deal. Tipped out. Alan Shear, he's got some speed.
He's got good strength.
Cuts it back to the middle, and a shot right into the breadbasket of Caleb Pettis for a whistle.
All right, nice hustle by Allen. Hey, and if you are interested, this game between Gaylord Blue Devils and Cadillac will be broadcast later on this weekend, December. Well, that'll
check mynews26.com.
Yep, have to check mynews26.com for that.
Coming out with it is Austin Samkoviak, number 44. He's got some good speed, going over the line, trying to go wide. Bothered there by Schmidt-Deal, and he checks him. Vikings are doing a really good job of limiting the opportunities to the outside. Alan Shear battling his way through, and he takes a shot just wide of the net. That was closer than you think.
Yeah, it was. He was going for that upper corner. He's got a hard shot.
Oh, man.
I think he surprises some of the goalies with how quick it gets there.
Now Hayden Watkins back to Schmidt-Dale. That shot deflected into the corner by Jardine. Fosmore for the Vikings, trying to come out of the corner with it. Hayden Watkins with the puck. Oh, just tipped off his stick by Gornell.
Hayden looking for a hat trick tonight as he has scored the first 2 goals for Cadillac.
Yeah, and I heard there's curly fries, and if there's a hat trick, we'll have to see if that's true. We're not sure. All right. Gornell up the boards to Wiley Nunn. He takes a hit there from Geiger. Gavin Foster. Foster, good forechecking there by Gabe Kleinsorge, but then coming in to help is Schmidt-Deal, and he comes out over the blue line. Schmidt-Deal taken away nicely by Bailey Weaver. And we've got an offside.
Okay, and we are going to take a minute here. Speaking of Hayden Watkins, he is another one of our player profiles tonight. His parents are Melissa and Al Thomas. Siblings are Mason Watkins and Josh and Tyler Thomas. Besides hockey, Hayden is on the varsity soccer team and would like to play at the college level if possible. Hayden likes to hang out with family and friends and is always trying to better himself in hockey or soccer. His favorite athlete is Patrick Kane. After high school, Patrick Kane, is that a Blackhawk?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. Anyway, after high school, Hayden would like to attend college to study electrical engineering, and the dream college would be Notre Dame. Congratulations to Hayden Watkins on being one of our player profiles of the game.
Yes. Here we go with a break
Out
here. Number 10 is Bailey Weber. Weber in all alone. Shot. Great save by Swaffer, and then he centers it back out. Swaffer with the best save. And now we got a breakaway the other way to Ian Lilly. Lilly in, makes a move, and it's wide. Nice save there by Caleb Pettis.
Reminds me of 3-on-3 NHL hockey.
Yeah.
You get a break one way and you know one's coming the other way.
Now Brandon Eller tried to keep it in. Salyers for Gaylord. It's right along the blue line, and shoved down there is Ian Lilly's looking around. We've got a delayed penalty coming here, Jeff. We're going to call interference. And John Allen looks like he's the guilty party, number 41 for the Blue Devils. So he checked him, and he didn't have the puck, right?
I think that's what they call interference, okay. Yeah.
All right.
Not that you have to have the puck.
No.
The puck's got to be close by.
In the vicinity.
Yeah. So, okay, so that's going to put Cadillac on their second power play of this period and the game, for that matter, since there were no penalties in the first period. So an important face-off here. Looks like Cadillac gets it back to David Carpenter.
Penalty, Gaylord, number 41, John.
Carpenter gets it back. Tries to feather it through. It was loose and gloved off.
Yeah, Ian Munch had a nice little spot there. Just wasn't able to get enough on that puck.
Quick glove there by Caleb Pettis.
Okay, nice sneaky little chance.
And that was you could see the defense just wanted to get it through to the net.
Right.
Because there hasn't been much happening on the power play on the first one for the Vikings. Now it's cleared down the ice by Sam Koviak.
Yeah, they did have good control in the zone. They just weren't able to get many shots through the net, especially with traffic in front. So Gaylord is lined up on a 1-3 here.
Now with a good move, that's Austin Pendrick, but taken away beautifully by Sam Koviak, and he'll put it down the ice. He's had a good, strong defensive game here, number 44.
Yes, he has.
Waiting at that line, it's you don't see that very often, just literally standing and waiting. Then Kleinstorch will come up. The Vikings sense that, so then they drive it in behind the net. Jardine battling there with Shear. They both go down. Puck is played back to Watkins. Watkins to the point to Pendrick. Pendrick over to Watkins. The pass was a little behind him. There's a pass that goes in between the skates of Ian Munch. Now back, and it comes out over the blue. Oh.
No, it didn't get over the blue line.
Okay,
He ended up hitting his skates, and his skates were still on the line, so that was good.
Now it does, so they'll have to regroup with 36 seconds to go in the power play and only a minute and a half to go here in the second period. Sam Gorno in the corner comes out to Sam Koviak, and he will not clear. Good play by Pendrick to keep it in. Sends it over to Hayden Watkins. Watkins back to Pendrick. In the middle to Justin Smith. To Pendrick. Pendrick in the corner to Munch.
Pendrick was going for a little give and go there.
Look at that crowd, Jeff, in front of the net battling.
Yeah, they need to get some shots going.
Yeah. Pendrick holds on, and then it gets tipped into the corner. Back on the ice is John Allen. Now Smith will take the shot, and that just missed the short side. Big wind-up there by Watkins, wide of the net. 40 seconds to go here in the second period. Pendrick, that shot didn't make it through, and Shear turns with it. A backhand pass just a little bit too far in front. Battling in the corner is Ian Munch. Puck is played. Is it played by a hand? Nope, it'll go back to the point to Justin Smith with 20 seconds to go here in the period. Carpenter tries to make a move around Kleinstorch. He does. There's a shot deflected by Gorno, and now come back the Blue Devils. A 2-on-1 break here. He's got Kleinstorch out in front. There's a good pad save up into the netting by Connor Swaffer, and nice 2-on-1 play there. We got a little extracurricular activity in the corner between Munch and John Allen. 6.6 seconds to go here in the second period. And Jeff, nice save there. You didn't see it, but it was a great save on the part of Connor Swaffer on a 2-on-1 play.
All right, I'll take your word for it. I was getting an arranging going with Mr. Coach Graham, Scott Graham of the Vikings. He's going to come up and join us shortly after the period is over here.
All right, the puck is played down the ice, and that will do it for the second period as the Vikings tally the only goal, and they increase their lead to 2-0 over the Blue Devils. Good period by both teams and some really nice saves by both goaltenders. And Connor Swaffer, we had a little flurry there where we had a breakaway on one end and then a breakaway on the other end. So,
hey, nothing more exciting than some good old-fashioned breakaways. Okay, Bill, I'm going to give my mic up here to Coach Graham, and you're going to have a few words with him.
All right. All right, we want to let you know that you are watching exciting high school hockey action on 26 Sports and CCTV, and we're pleased to have head coach Scott Graham for the Vikings. And Coach, looking at that second period, the Vikings had the only goal. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Just trying to diffuse some of the other ancillary noise.
One of the things that Jeff and I have been noticing on the Vikings this year is their ability to block shots. I mean, it has been incredible. What's your thoughts? Are you guys working on that?
We do. We practice it. We've been focusing a lot of attention to detail on it, effort and practices. I wouldn't say necessarily every day, but definitely we've spent some quality time on it and really try to emphasize and put a focus on that.
Now, Brandon Eller took that shot from John Allen on the one-timer. You know which one I'm talking about down here? And is he okay?
Yes.
Okay, that was a wicked blast, and he made a great block on it.
Yeah.
Now, looking at your team overall this period, what's your thoughts? They look like they played a solid period of hockey.
I would agree. I think in the first period they had us a little pinned back on our heels a little bit. It was nice to pop the first one. But I think it was just a matter of settling down and getting ourselves back together where we need to be and where we want to be, and try and dictate the play a little bit more instead of allowing ourselves to get back on our heels. The power plays helped, obviously, with that momentum, but I think we were just being a little premature on some of our shot selections, and I wouldn't say panicking, but I think we were a little premature. But I thought overall, I think our energy was better that second period, and I thought we did a better job in our own defensive zone. And I don't think we were pinned on our heels as much.
No,
but
and they're forcing them. Your team was forcing them out wide. They never had some really good chance, except for the breakaway.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, they're forcing them wide.
Yeah, and that too is something we've been really trying to focus on, is staying inside out, good inside out protection, and not. One of the concerns I had in the first period was some of those passes getting through the seams down in front of our net.
Yeah.
It was kind of a little frustrating. But we talked a little bit about trying to shore that up in the second period. And I thought our offensive zone play was a big part of being able to not have to spend so much time in our D zone.
Yeah. Scott, real quick here, I wanted to ask you about Riverview Gabriel. They're coming in for 2 games. Can you guys tell us where they are exactly for our viewers, and maybe do you know anything about them?
Well, they're south of Detroit, near Trenton.
Okay.
And essentially I don't know anything about them, and that's one of the reasons why I like playing them, is because we don't always get the opportunity. And we've talked about it before. We don't always get the opportunity to see our opponents, and it gives us an opportunity to really push ourselves, much like last weekend against Livonia Franklin. I mean, we had to make some in-game adjustments and talk some strategy after each period, because we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know anything about them, and it gives us a little bit of an opportunity to push ourselves as the players and push ourselves as coaches into thinking a little differently and creatively during the game. And because inevitably in games you're going to have to try and find ways to make in-game adjustments, and I think it's good practice for us, especially against non-conference opponents.
Absolutely.
So I think it does us good things to be able to be in those games.
Yeah, agreed. Well, Scott, we thank you so much for taking some time here in the second period. We look forward to this weekend with Riverview Gabriel, but most of all, third period action. The Vikings come out, play solid contest, try and get that first Big North victory.
Yeah, we've got to look at this. You can see it say it in so many different ways. The 1-goal lead's worst lead in hockey, 2-goal lead. You know what? I'm not comfortable necessarily with any goal lead. I mean, if you have too big of a lead, you can get feeling too sassy about yourselves and get too comfortable and complacent,
Right.
and get back on your heels, and they can. But for us right now, I think the biggest thing is not allowing these guys to stay close, because a lot of crazy, silly things can happen if you allow a team to stay close. So we're going to have to. I think in order for us to feel good about the prospects, so I think we're going to have to pop another one, because like I say, if we let them stay in it, stay close,
Right.
a lot of silly things can happen, and we don't want that.
That's right.
Which is what happened last year against them here.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be back in just a moment with the third period action. You are watching high school hockey on 26 Sports and CCTV.